the electric vehicle revolution is facing a reality check. Headlines everywhere have highlighted softer EV sales growth in major markets. Some analysts call this a demand crisis, but that narrative misses the deeper physics. The issue isn't just policy or incentives, it is the battery itself. Drivers want the convenience of a gas car, but current technology has hit a ceiling. The problem is the liquid electrolyte inside the battery. While it works, liquid electrolytes create unavoidable trade-offs between safety, charging speed, and energy density. They are flammable, and they limit how fast you can push energy into the cell. For 40 years, scientists have chased the Holy Grail. A solid-state battery, a battery with no liquid. The promise is seductive: faster charging, higher energy density, and a safety profile that liquid batteries can't match. But for a decade, these specs, 15-minute fast charging and 500-mile ranges, were just aspirational targets, not guaranteed outcomes. However, in early 2026, the story shifted from science project to factory production. QuantumScape, ticker QS, just completed the installation of their Eagle Line production facility. They aren't just making PowerPoint slides anymore. They are shipping B samples to Volkswagen for real-world testing. Is this the Tesla of batteries? Or is it a cash-burning science project facing a brutal manufacturing ramp? Today, we are doing a full deep dive into the most controversial stock in the energy sector. Why does this matter? Because a massive segment of the population will likely never buy an EV until it offers the convenience of the gas station model. Millions of drivers do not have garages. They park on the street. They cannot charge overnight. For mass adoption, public charging needs to be significantly faster. Current lithium-ion batteries struggle with this. If you force charge them too fast, too often, they overheat and degrade. This is where the promise of solid state comes in. Faster 10 to 80% charge times could fundamentally change the economics of convenience. QuantumScape's QSI-5 cell has demonstrated low-tens minute charging speeds in lab and early sample tests. If those results hold up in partner vehicle testing, it unlocks the ability to fill up in the time it takes to grab a coffee. If QuantumScape succeeds, the entire infrastructure of the EV world changes. You don't need slow chargers on every street corner. You just need fast hubs. To understand why this company is valued in the billions, despite having no commercial revenue yet, you have to understand the card trick. A normal battery has three parts: anode, separator, cathode. The anode is usually made of graphite or silicon. Think of the anode like a parking garage for lithium ions. When the battery charges, the ions drive into the garage and park. The garage is big, it is heavy. It takes up nearly half the volume of the cell. QuantumScape is pursuing a lithium metal approach. Their design is effectively anode-free in its manufactured state. When the battery is built, there is no anode. It's smaller, lighter, and cheaper. So where does the energy go? This is the magic. When you charge the battery, the lithium atoms rush through the separator and plate themselves directly onto the back, creating a pure lithium metal layer out of thin air. When you drive the car, that layer disappears. This design allows for significantly higher volumetric energy density. According to company reports, early QSE-5 samples have reached roughly 844 watt-hours per liter. If they can commercialize those metrics, it means getting roughly 30% more range in the same size box because you aren't hauling around the dead weight of a graphite parking garage. But wait, if Anode-Free is so great, why doesn't everyone do it? Because of dendrites. In a normal battery, pure lithium forms sharp spikes called dendrites. They act like metal needles. They puncture the plastic separator, touch the cathode, and cause a short circuit which can lead to a fire. This is the Moat. QuantumScape's core IP centers on a proprietary ceramic separator. It is solid. It is designed to be hard enough to physically block the dendrites, but conductive enough to let the energy pass through. But here is the catch. Ceramics are usually brittle. Think of a dinner plate. If you try to roll it up, it shatters. QuantumScape reports that their material is sufficiently flexible to withstand the pressures of automotive use. Now, they are not the only ones working on this. Many firms and researchers are developing ceramic or polymer hybrids, but QuantumScape has reported significant progress on a separator that can survive over 1,000 fast charge cycles without forming dendrites, a benchmark that has historically been the graveyard for solid-state prototypes. Great science doesn't always make a great stock. You have to be able to build it. For years, the bottleneck was sintering the process of heating the ceramic to make it hard. Their old process, called Raptor, was a batch process. It involved heat-treating the ceramic sheets individually. It worked for prototypes, but it was too slow for mass production. This brings us to the critical update of January 2026, the inauguration of the Eagle line using the Cobra process. Cobra is a continuous roll-to-roll process. Imagine a printing press instead of a pottery kiln. QuantumScape claims that Cobra represents a massive step up in throughput, citing productivity improvements of up to 25x compared to Raptor. This is a company-reported manufacturing milestone, but it is the pivot point. We are moving from does the chemistry work to can we build millions of them cost-effectively? Competing solid-state approaches may use different manufacturing paths. But for QuantumScape, Cobra is the only way to compete with the speed and cost of traditional lithium-ion factories. Let's follow the money. Building gigafactories is a terrible business. It costs billions in capex capital expenditures. Margins are razor-thin. QuantumScape realized this, so in July 2024, they executed a strategic pivot. They announced a licensing deal with PowerCo, Volkswagen's battery arm. Here is the structure. PowerCo will build the factories. PowerCo will pay for the concrete, the steel, and the workers. QuantumScape provides the blueprint and the ceramic separator technology. In exchange, the deal includes a $130 million prepayment. Crucially, this is contingent on technical milestones. It also grants PowerCo a license to manufacture up to 40 gigawatt-hours per year initially, with an option to expand to 80 gigawatt-hours. This shifts QuantumScape toward an IP licensing model similar to ARM in the chip industry. They are selling the design, not the factory. Investors love this potential because it reduces the capital intensity. Volkswagen shoulders the heavy lifting of building the massive infrastructure. We have to talk about the bear case. They are not alone. Toyota is often called the final boss of solid state. They hold the most patents in the world. But here is the technical nuance most investors miss: the chemistry trade-off. Toyota is largely betting on sulfide-based electrolytes. Sulfides are softer and easier to process, which helps with manufacturing. However, they have a significant engineering challenge: moisture sensitivity. If sulfides get wet even from humidity in the air, they can release hydrogen sulfide gas H2S, which is toxic and complicates the safety engineering. QuantumScape is betting on oxides. Oxides are chemically stable and generally safer, but they are historically brittle and harder to manufacture. It's too strong to call any approach fatally flawed. These are engineering trade-offs. But QuantumScape believes their Cobra process has solved the manufacturing difficulty of oxides, giving them a window to capture the market, while competitors wrestle with the stability challenges of sulfides. Where are we right now? As of late 2025, early 2026, QuantumScape has begun shipping QSI-5B samples to partners like Volkswagen. These are test cells that go into real vehicle programs for validation. This is the most dangerous phase for a company. This is the valley of death. The challenge now isn't science, it's yield. In a lab, making one perfect battery is easy. In a factory, you need to make millions. If the Cobra line produces too many defective separators, the costs explode. High production yields will be essential. The industry generally needs yields comparable to mature lithium-ion lines, often 90% plus, to be cost competitive. Investors need to watch this metric closely. This is what the next 12 months is about: proving they can manufacture at scale without defects. QuantumScape is not an investment for the faint of heart. It is a binary bet. If the Cobra process scales and the B samples validate the performance, this company could become the standard for the next generation of EVs, the Intel inside of the electric age. If the manufacturing ramp stalls, or if yields remain low, the technology becomes a footnote. Are you betting on the solid future, or is liquid here to stay? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this deep dive, check out the KOF link in the description. Remember, this is not financial advice. You're watching Stock Teller, where every ticker has a tail.